Now we move on to the next exercise, question number 3. This is the case of a solid figure. Actually, we have to expect the solid figures in the exams. So normally no uh, plain figures are asked for exams, but rarely, very rarely, plain figures are also asked. But normally it is a solid figure that is asked for university exams. Uh, the question is, a rectangular prism 25 millimeter by 40 millimeter side and 50 millimeter long is lying on the ground on one of its rectangular faces in such a way that one of its end faces is parallel to and 10 millimeter behind the picture plane. The central plane is 60 millimeter away from the axis of the prism towards the left. Draw the perspective view of the prism. If the station point is located 55 millimeter in front of the picture plane and 40 millimeter above the ground plane, the prism is resting on the ground plane on its 50 millimeter by 25 millimeter rectangular face. The question is a bit lengthy. The object for which we have to draw the isometric, the perspective view is a rectangular prism of size 25 millimeter by 30 millimeter side and 50 millimeter long, and it is resting on the ground plane on its 50 millimeter by 25 millimeter rectangular face. So the top view, when you see the top view, you can see the shape 50 millimeter by 25 millimeter rectangle. Now the station point is some 55 millimeter in front of the picture plane and 40 millimeter above the ground plane. The central plane is 60 millimeter away from the axis of the prism towards the left, and the object is placed in such a way that it is one of its end faces is parallel and 10 millimeter behind the picture plane. So these are the data that are given. So now let's see how this can be drawn. First, the picture plane, as we does in normally in the perspective projections, perspective views or perspective projections, it is the picture plane in the top view, then the object in the top view. Since it is 10 millimeter behind the picture plane, so that 10 millimeter is to be given. So 10 millimeter behind the picture plane, a rectangular shape is drawn. This represents the top view of the object. That is, next we draw the ground plane. Then in the ground plane, the front view of the object is also drawn. The points 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Then A, B, C, D, etc. are drawn. With the dash. In front view, it is with the dash. So the front view and top view of the object as well as the picture plane and the ground plane are drawn. Now 60 millimeter towards the left of the axis of the prism, we draw the central plane. 60 millimeter towards the left of the axis of the prism. The central plane is towards the left of the axis. Now from the picture plane, 55 millimeter in front of the picture plane, in the top view it will be 55 millimeter below the XY, the picture plane. The station point is marked. Now 40 millimeter above the ground plane, that is in the front view, it is 45 millimeter above the ground plane, above the line representing the ground plane. The station point, the front view of the station point is also marked. So the front view and top view of the entire arrangement is completed right now. Now we draw the visual rays from in the top view. In the top view, all the visual rays starting from the station point to all the four corners of the object are drawn. So 4 lines will be there, 4 lines joining the corners of the 4 corners of the object in the top view, and the station point are drawn. Now the corresponding visual rays in the front view are also drawn. That is from the front view of the station point towards the 4 corners in the front view. That is also drawn. In the previous cases, in the front view it was only a straight line, but in this case the front view is a rectangular shape. So actually it is a rectangular shape representing 25 by 30 millimeter side. So to the all the four corners of the rectangular shape, we draw the visual rays in the front view also. Now the points that is obtained by the intersection of the visual rays in the top view with the picture plane are obtained. Uh, uh, on every point of intersection there will be 2 points will be there, because each point in the top view represents 2 corners of the object, 2 corners of the rectangular block. So each point of intersection of the visual ray with the picture plane represents 2 different points. They are marked here. A1 and 1 1 are the same, A1 and 1 1. Then B1 and 2 1 are the same, C1 and 3 1 are the same, D1 and 4 1 are the same. Now from all these 4 points, which we obtained in the picture plane, we drop perpendicular lines to the corresponding visual rays in the front view. So from D and 4, if you drop vertical lines, it should intersect with the visual ray in the front view through 4 as well as D. This is for point D dash and this is point 4 dash. So through the visual ray through D dash is this visual ray. So it has to, this vertical line from D1 should intersect with the visual ray from D dash to SP dash. Then correspondingly from the point 4 1 should intersect with the visual ray from 4 dash to SP dash. So that 2 points we obtain in the same vertical line. In the case of all the conditions, in all the 4 lines we obtain 2 different points, A1, then B2, C3 and D4. All the 8 points are obtained. Now join all the 8 points together in order to represent the perspective view. While drawing it, care should be taken that the invisible edges should be drawn as dotted lines. So this is a dotted line, this is a dotted line, and this line is also a dotted line, and all the remaining lines are continuous lines. In order to find out the dotted line, what you should think is that all the outer edges, like in this picture, if you see all the outer edges, these are all the outer edges, 1 to 2, 2 to B, B to C, C to D, D to 4, then 4 to 1. These are the outer edges in the figure. All the outer edges will be visible. Then from the station point, the farthest point from the station point in the top view, that you can see from the top view. SP, from the farthest point from station point in the top view is point 3 or point C. So all the edges starting from that particular corner. In this case, C and 3 are the farthest edge, out of which C is already there. C is already we have drawn. So the other corner is 3, the point 3. So all the edges starting from point 3 will be invisible. So like this, all the edges starting from point 3 is invisible, and all the rest of the edges, whichever the remaining edges, all the edges will be visible also. So this is how the this is how the perspective projection of a rectangular block in the given condition is drawn. Thank you.